Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Good people see hostility rising daily.
Yeah. We're back live on Israelite School UPK, y'all. Doing it up live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Getting it in with nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, back to the once again, I said, we live in a horrible life. Give me this book, Maya. I want you to read it. The name of this book is called Lost Tribes in Promised Lands. Okay? And this book was discovered, by the way, this is a true story, y'all. This book was discovered by a sister named Halba, you know. Yeah, many years ago she discovered this book and brought this book out. Sister named Halba, from South Carolina now. She originally from New York. She discovered this book about 20 years ago. Brought this book to us. We went and researched it and found out the book was completely true. Okay? And it has been a heavy book that we've been bringing out for many, many years ever since. So big up to Halba out there in South Carolina, alright? Now moving on. Tell them what page you on, Maya.
On page 364.
And wait a minute. This is an Israelite School UPK exclusive. Okay? Don't worry now, too. I'm finna bring out Dr. Sawyer's book, too. I'm about to bring out Dr. Sawyer's book. Wait a minute. On the mind. Dr. Sawyer done went into the mind of you Negro. Okay? That's coming up in an upcoming show. But go ahead.
Waving a banner high in the air, the Indian guide soon was greeted by a puff of smoke far beyond the other bank of the river.
Meaning these so-called explorers, okay, Edomites from Europe, came over to this side of the world back in the 1500s, or before that. I believe it's about the 1500s AD. And they had a guy who would meet them and bring them into the areas. And this guide eventually saw a puff of smoke come up in the sky. Because as you may know, the Spanish tribes and the Gadite tribes, they use smoke signals to talk to one another over great distances. They put the puff of smoke up. Yo, what's going on up there? Yo, we having a war over there. That's where the white man got it from. They was smart. They tried to make us out like we was savages running around with a grass skirt. That's them Hamites. That wasn't us. Okay? That would be the Egyptians had we not been enslaved under them. If we wasn't enslaved under the Egyptians would have been like them grass skirt Africans you see right now. Let me tell you something. It tells you in the Josephus that Abraham is the one that domesticated horses in Egypt for the first time, and the rest of the world followed suit afterwards, man. Okay? Let me tell you something. It tells you in the Josephus that Abraham is the one that domesticated horses in Egypt for the first time, and the rest of the world followed suit afterwards, man. Okay? Go ahead.
In response to his signal, the two men waited. Eventually a canoe appeared, bearing 3 men and a woman, all of them Indians, to the place where Francisco and Matazinos were standing at the water's edge. The woman got off and spoke to Francisco in an Indian tongue that Matazinos could not understand.
In an Indian tongue that he could not understand. Meaning he has been exploring back and forth. But this tongue that she was coming with, he could not understand that tongue. So he was trying to figure it out. Okay? And just so you know, the land, bear with me, okay? And just so you know, the land that it's talking about is in what you call today the Caribbean area. That's where he came into. He came into the Caribbean area. Go ahead.
Although he could perceive that he was being identified in the conversation.
Right, like meaning he couldn't understand what the person was saying, but he knew that he was being identified in the conversation. You get it? So what? Okay, identified in the conversation. Go ahead.
She then turned to her male companions to explain the situation.
So now she's going to talk to them. She's like a translator. Go ahead.
Upon hearing her words, they arose, went over to Montesinos, and to his utter astonishment said, Shema Yasha'Allah, Alahaya, Yahweh Alahaya Nawa Alahaya Ka.
Okay, they came over to this devil and saluted him in Hebrew. This is in the 15th century A.D. You tell me the Spanish tribes ain't the children of the Lord's people. You tell me the Spanish tribes ain't the children of the Lord's people. Now this is in the devil's book. That's what he found. He ain't got no interest in teaching nobody who the original 12 tribes are, especially when he done just set up a country in Israel calling himself the 12 tribes. Go ahead.
Meaning,
and they locked this devil up. This devil that brought this information back to Europe, they locked him up and killed him in prison. Go ahead.
Meaning, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
Go ahead.
They had recited in Hebrew the fundamental credo of Judaism.
Okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
A brief conversation then ensued in their common ancestral tongue.
In their what?
Common ancestral tongue.
What was their common ancestral tongue? Hebrew.
This is the Bat Creek stone. It was found during the course of an official Smithsonian evacuation. The Smithsonian didn't understand the meaning of the writing on the stone. They thought it was Cherokee, since it came from Cherokee country. They didn't realize that it's actually Hebrew. That it's actually Hebrew. That it's actually Hebrew.
What was their common ancestral tongue? Hebrew.
That's right, sir.
Go ahead.
According to Montesinos, whose fluency in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of his 3-year mysterious new companions, they told him that they were themselves.
Wait, stop right there. Now get the understanding. It was amazing to him. Why? Because Montesinos and them was being financed by white so-called Jews that came out of the 6th century who now had our identity in Europe. And so he was speaking Hebrew, learning Hebrew in school, come to the other side of the world, and to his utter amazement, these people get off of a canoe and speak Hebrew to him. And that devil knew, and Christopher Columbus knew, and all of them knew. They wasn't trying to, they didn't think they was in India. Ain't no records say that they thought they was in India. They was commissioned by the Roman Catholic Church to find the lost 12 tribes of Israel, to put them in slavery. Read on.
They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
They said they was of the tribe of Reuben. Go ahead.
And that the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby.
Now where does the tribe of Joseph is talking about the so-called Puerto Ricans. So where do the Puerto Ricans live now? On the island of Puerto Rico. Right. The island of rich ports. Right now. And they said they were right on the island of Puerto Rico. Right near there. And guess what? The Caribbean and Central and South America are all linked together by islands. You can go island hopping from damn near the coast of Florida right on into Suriname in Central America, or rather in South America. Okay? You can damn near island hop all the way down. You can take a boat and go to every island and make it all the way into South America, man. And them tribes is concentrated right there. Why? Because they the Lord's chosen people, man. You tell me this is hell. Don't tell me we don't know this book. You don't know the book.
That's right.
Okay? Give me some more in this book.
Come on, Francisco told Montesinos all he knew about these people from his own traditions.
Right, from his own tradition. Meaning he broke it down to them from his traditions on what he knew. Go ahead.
His ancestors, to their eternal shame, had indeed made war on them and persecuted them.
What he said? Read that again.
His ancestors...
Who was his ancestors? The Romans. When did they make war on us? 70 A.D. Montesinos was over there not trying to find a new way to India. He knew the 12 tribes was over there. And said from his records and his study where they would be at. Give me some more. You got more on that, Maya?
One cup.
Alright.
Only the sorcerers of his tribe had perceived that they were a special people.
You ready? I'll take it.
And had given warning that they should be left alone. The God of these children of Israel is the true God, they had said, and everything inscribed in their tablets is true. At the end of days, they will be lords of all the nations of the earth.
Right, wait a minute, hold it now. At the end of days, they would be Lord of all the nations of the earth. Now this is talking. Now the brothers is talking about these Edomites. Are we in the end of days? These devils is rulers. Them brothers had knew the prophecy even back then. Come on, man. These is the Lord's people, man.
All right.
And anybody grew up in the Bronx, I don't know how you could not love them Puerto Ricans in the Bronx. Hey, they so brotherly up there, man. You could be in the gutter, brother. They'll give you a drink and a plate of food in a second. Okay? You could be their enemy, they'll still feed you. You'll be like, I thought I gonna do get you, man. You want some rice? You want some beans? Come on, let's eat. You gonna get that for that shit you did to me, man. That's how they be rolling. You know what I mean? Like they were some real brothers, man. You ain't never had no love from no goddamn Hamites, man. When the Africans ever show you some love?
Yeah, right.
Show you some brother and some spirit on them? Never. Never. They look like aliens, man. Aliens covered in doo-doo. Give me that nonsense, man, about no Africans, man. Okay? Go ahead.
One nation will provide, one nation will come bringing many things to this land. And after we have all been provided for, these children of Israel will go forth from where they now are and reign over the whole earth as they once did.
Afterwards, we gonna go forth and reign over the whole earth as we once did. As we once did. Some brothers already knew, man. Already knew the prophecy. And they didn't have the scriptures with them. They just knew it from the records that they carried over the sea. They knew what was going on.
Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Poor people see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. We I see that they run gone left mommy. Fi struggle the hard road with 5 beginning. Our I see baby having baby. Nothing that happen no do.